Okay. So yesterday we just started adding the dependencies to the pom.xml file. Continue that adding those dependencies. Who were not added, please add them. Okay. So pom.xml. So I have added till common sci1. So let's go here and so hybrid framework utils. If you go to hybrid framework utils, so here you can just click on this and add one by one. 5.2.3 is the latest one. So add this one. Control S. After adding, just do the Control S. Next, 5.xml. 5.23. Just go and add it here. This. And then log4j 2.2. Add this. Extend reports also. Just add that. And allure reports. Just add them. So these are the dependencies we need. Okay, all these dependencies, whatever we mentioned there, add them. And apart from that, we need to add a build section. So the build section is basically so which build you want to run. So like your testng.xml, you will specify. So those things are available in the build section. So there is one more section, properties section. You can define. So instead of giving versions here, you can specify in the properties section, and that variable you can call it here. So that also you can do, like all these versions. You can specify the version there and you can call this. So you can change only that place, and this you don't need to change if you put like that. Otherwise, you can directly change the version here if you want a new version or old version. So whichever the version you want. So let's add that build section also. So where you can find that build section. In the same, here you can find. Otherwise, just go back to hybrid framework. Everything you can find in these two links only. Your hybrid framework related. So this is the build section. Copy this properties to till build. So from here to properties to till build tag, and till that you copy everything and paste that just version below. That's it. So pom.xml is ready now. Now we need to create the project structure, project different packages, folders. We need to create that. So that if you want to create, I so suggest, open, I'll give you our GitHub URL. You can just open that. github.com. So you have to register with this GitHub. So if not registered, please register. Now click on sign up and enter all the data. It's easy to register. Okay. So please finish the registration with GitHub. So you just click on that and you'll give the username. It will ask username. So see, enter your email. So you can enter any email, click on continue. And then password, it will ask you, enter a username, password. You enter it and continue. So that's it. So it will be done. Okay. Once it is done, so I'm going to log into my GitHub. So this is the Jan. So January, February, I think also we have. Even March we have here. You can see March we have. So you can go to March 1. So this is the March 2022, 2023. So I pushed the code there. And you can, so the structure we can create now. So this is the repository. Even you can clone this entire code into your local machine, and you can add that project to your Eclipse. So you can add this project to Eclipse. So how to create a structure? So let's go to SRC test. We have SRC test right here. So SRC main Java is for the developers. SRC main resources that any resource files you can store here. SRC test Java, SRC test resources, testing related. All the testing related classes, you can keep it there. That's the SRC test Java, SRC test resources. Now, so this structure, let's create this structure. Let me show you the structure. What is the structure we have in the GitHub? Go to SRC test. See, this is the structure. So SRC test below, we have all these folders, Java, COM, QA, OpenCart. So under this, you can see. So this is the folder structure. So we created the packages. So this is the common package. Then below factory, listeners, pages, test cases, utils. These are all under this package. So src test Java is there common. Then com.here.opencart.factory. So factory below you have a classes. So listeners below you have a classes. Pages below we have test cases below we have like that multiple things you can find it out here. So let's create first this com.here.opencart. So under src test Java you right click new package. What is the package? com.here.opencart. So the open cart till open cart is common. That's why I say open cart. You can copy this open cart. And then first one is a factory. Factory package. You can finish. That's a first package. Then second package also similar way you create. Then, so what is there? You can see here, listeners. So create the listeners. Create the listeners. Then same way, other packages also you create. Basically different components we are creating here. Next one, the listeners after what we have? Pages. So create the pages. So after pages, again, new package. So then we have test case. So create the test cases. Then we have utils, right?
Yeah, utils package.
So utils. Utils are utilities we have given. Utils. Or utilities. Anything is fine, okay? It's up to you. What name you want to give. Okay? That's it. Then here you can see one more src test resources. So resources below what is there? Just see there's a resources folder. Below, we have a data folder. So you can create a data. So then under data, you have our Excel sheet. So before that, you can create these two files, config.properties file, log4j.xml file. So these two files you can create. So this data, you can get everything in our blog here. Everything you have here. See, already the package is available here. Factory and listeners pages, test cases. So this one. And here we just removed this part. Updated one is not this one. We change it a little bit. Data package only. src test data, resources, data below XLS file. So XLSX file. So remaining code, everything you can find here. Otherwise, if it is not updated, you don't need to touch this. I'll give you this URL, okay? I'll give this URL, you can use that. But make sure you should have a GitHub. If you don't have GitHub, you cannot use this. So create a one GitHub account. That will really help you a lot. Okay. Let's create a second part, data package. Data. And so data below you have config.properties file. Right click on src test resources. New, I think folder, that is a folder. So data folder. So then we have a file. So I'm going to create a next file, config.properties file. Config.properties. So then What is the other file? log4j2.xml file. Same name you give. Don't change it. log4j2.xml file. log4j2.xml. So these values we can get these values. You can just go and copy from. So even you can find in our blog also the same things. You can find log4j. So this is the log4j. So this is just copy this code. Just copy and paste it here. That's it. Okay. So where you can find that? Even in our blog, or you can find it here also. So log4j.xml. Then config.properties file. So just copy paste this code. So this is our blog, and I created an account with this, and we can do that. Okay. So these are the two things we filled already. There is no change in that. That's why we completed that. Okay. So next one is we have completed till now pom.xml folder structure we created, and still folder structure is pending. We have to create a different see reports also we need to create. See that this structure. So you have a right. So this is done. Okay, so done. You just close all these things. Okay. Then we should have some
Do we create
code.
target?
So target logs also there, reports also there. I think those are missing. Target is automatically you will get it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Target to test output you will get automatically.
Oh.
So you got it here, target automatic, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will be there by default with any pom.x, any pom project,
Okay.
any Maven project. Okay, so we have to create a logs and some more structure. Logs we need to create.
Report.
Reports, logs, and everything must be there. So here it is showing. The logs are showing, but maybe we didn't push I didn't push that reports. But yeah, you have to create the reports also. So reports also you have to create. Reports, logs, and we have to create. So just create a folder. Okay, right click, new folder, logs. So then you create another folder, reports. Another folder, screenshots. So like this. So different folder structure we have to create. Now everything is the common code, factory, listeners, utils, all common code. You just copy paste everything. Only change comes here in the pages and test cases only. So you are going to work on the pages and test cases, these two. And the reusable methods, if you want to write, you can write in the utilities, utilities class files. If you want to develop any reusable methods, you can add there. Okay, so other than that, so this is all good. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Now let's add factory classes. Well, in the factory package, what are the different classes? So under this, you have to create different classes. One is a test-based class. Another one is a WebDriver factory class. You can go and see here. So let's see whether you are able to access this or not. I'm just giving this URL. Just try it out. Okay, it's a public. You can access, I think. Just try it out. Anybody can access, but maybe you need to log into the GitHub. If you are not able to log in, I think not possible. Just try it out. So, and I'm going to factory, first test base. So you can see here, you can copy raw file, you can copy, edit this file, but I'm going to copy this, copy the file, okay, copy it. First, I'll create the file name, class name, test base. So let's go and create the test base. So right click on the factory component, create a class, test base. So just select everything, Control A. Because already, so you don't make sure you do the same package, whatever here, and then copy paste. So these are all errors, don't worry, because we didn't add these classes. That's why we'll add them one by one. Then second class, go back, WebDriver factory. Just copy this also. Let's create a WebDriver factory class. WebDriver factory class. Create WebDriver factory class. So WebDriver factory class. Click on finish. Just copy paste. You don't worry about the errors, okay? So errors, let it come. Okay, I have to create this class also. Mouse over and create class, otherwise. Under utils. Constants class. Create class. Say create class constants in this. Automatically it will create for you. Then this error will be solved automatically. See, this error is solved. Next, you can see, you can go to one by one. Firefox. So these are all we need to declare constants in this class. These are the static final variables. We have to declare them. Then those issues will be resolved. See, constants class, a lot of things. We'll declare them. So we'll declare that later. So let's go to next one. So base factory component is done. What are the factory component? You have classes, test base, and WebDriver factory. I'll explain. So I'll explain. Don't worry. What is there in these classes? I'll explain very clearly. Don't worry about that. Then let's go to utils. Okay, let's finish the utils next. See, we have so many utils. Create a constants already we created. Just copy this. So then go there. Constants, Control A. That's it. See, most of the issues are resolved here. WebDriver factory, no more issues now. Okay, so these basically all the constants I have declared. The implicit way to explicit way I declared here. If I want, I can change here only. So your project directory location. So report output directory, reports. So we created report or reports. Reports. Perfect. So then okay. Then we have a, so one by one you create. Next, Excel utils. As it is, you create a class, okay? Just go and copy this one. We'll see. Are you able to access that GitHub URL?
Yes, sir. I think since you made it public, we don't have to give the username also. We don't have to sign in. It just came direct.
Okay, then you can access.
Yeah.
The public, because I have given public URL, public repository, so you can access.
Yeah.
Next, go to JavaScript utils. So JavaScript utils class you create. Same package, we have a lot of utilities. You can create one by one instead of wasting time also. Just I'm adding all the class files. No change also, just to add all of them. This is the latest code, that's why. Next we have test utils. Time utils. Time utils. That basically time, wait time. I'm adding wait time. Okay, so that's all now. It's ready. So the only now listeners left. Let's add listeners also. Listeners package. You can add listeners. Let's go to listeners. 2 classes we have. Okay, 3 classes we have. Just add 3 classes. extent manager class. Is the all reports purpose, these listeners? Okay, so I have to first copy this class. First create the class, okay? First create the class. Allow reports, and I'll just create the new class. Okay, so extend reports are done. This only these errors are we need to resolve. So why we are getting these errors? So just understand here. This package, pages package, okay, pages package, we don't have these classes. So we don't have all these classes. So let's go and create all these classes. So that later we can create one by one. So we can add more code for these classes. But as of now, you can create all the classes to resolve these issues. So I mouse over one by one. So create this one, first one. Okay, say first one. That's it. You don't need to do anything. Just see, class is not editable also. Again, go back. Second one. Create class. So then log out. These are all these pages I'm going to use. My account page. I'll explain the application, okay? I'll explain the application. See that now all the issues are resolved. Save it. Everything, you save it. See, we don't have any code, but just save it. All the classes. Okay. So WebDriver factory class, test base class, and log4j, config.properties. Login page is still, we're not going to consider now anymore here. I'll tell you while designing the pages. Yesterday I told you how to design the pages using page factory that we are going to use. I'll show you that how to design the pages. Now, so the structure we created, okay, the complete structure is ready now. So the one by one component, let's go and understand. So one by one component, let's go and understand what is there in each component. Like, factory component, first we'll understand. So pom.xml, are you clear what will be there and what so sections are in the pom.xml? I hope you are clear, right? On the pom.xml.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is the pom.xml first. So this is the heart of any Maven project. So first section, see project section first. The 4 sections are there. Project information. Second section is properties information. Third one is a build. And the fourth one is a dependencies. So these are the different sections. So all different project section. Project, properties, build section, dependencies section. These are the 4 sections in the pom.xml. See, project starts, start tag, and end tag. So you can remove these spaces if you want. Okay, so that is the so dependencies. All dependencies you have to specify what dependencies you are adding to those things. Make sure you specify the dependencies thing. Okay, so now we have so let's understand now this factory component. Meanwhile, I'll explain this. Config.properties, basically all the global properties you will specify in the config.properties. Like you want to run in headless, you put a true, otherwise false. You want to run in incognito mode, so you set a true or false. You want to highlight the element, true or false. So your application URL, your username, password, like that global variables you can specify in the config.properties file. Okay, that's a config.properties file. Basically global configuration properties. So how to read properties file I already told, but one more way I'll tell that. Okay, so let's come back and we'll discuss how factory component. So it's already time is over. Let's join back.